Welcome. Welcome to Touching the Edge. Thank you so much for joining here today. Thank you for being part of this relationship, to doing things for their own sake and finding a motivation to do what we do. And I want to suggest that the best motivation comes from being inspired. And that inspiration is an expression of some sort of faith. It's some sort of deep knowing. You know that experience that you have when you hear something for the first time, you've never heard it before, but you know that it's true? That's that experience of knowing that I'm describing. That knowing that I'm describing is your relationship to being able to do things for its own sake. And there's a faith involved with that. It's not the faith of belief. It's the faith that comes from that sense of knowing. This is the faith that allows you to be patient even as you're working for a goal. I want to suggest to you that there's a major difference between faith and belief. Belief is a state that often has us caught up in a sense of how we think things should be. And as a result, we step into an irritability. I want to suggest to you that what we're doing by moving into doing things from an inspired place of faith, rather than what we believe things should be like, begins to heal what we describe as irritability. I want to tell you that in my perception, a big part of why we are irritable is because it's a wound of things not going the way we believe that it should. It becomes a chronic state, a chronic pain, that life is not going the way that we felt that it should. And I want to say to you, that's about belief. It's not about faith. So when you come from faith, that sense of deep knowing, you actually come from inspiration. Belief is about the past. Inspiration is about the future. And that comes when you connect with knowing. And that experience of knowing is that deep faith that begins to heal irritability. Not doing things because we feel like they should be done this way, but doing things because we're inspired to make things become a whole different vision of the world. A vision that we didn't even recognize as possible. Not because we believe it, but because we're inspired to do it. So I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. So here we go. Healing irritability is recognizing when you are feeling like things should go so much in a certain way that you actually go to sleep. You're not actually present. This experience of inspiration that I'm describing as faith is actually in the moment, and as a result, it's actually incredibly responsive. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you for moving into the world in that spirit of inspiration. Have a wonderful day today, and we'll see you again soon.